Okay, not sure if anyone will show up tonight because I did not let anyone know, except I know Alex was having trouble getting his Python loaded. So I had told him that I would come online at 9 o'clock tonight. I just wanted to make sure everyone knows, has gone through the lecture for chapter 1 and was able to get the exercises to run. So I wanted to go ahead and let me share screen here, and I will load up a couple of the exercise programs just to make sure you all aren't having a problem with them. And I also wanted to reiterate some of the things that was covered in chapter 1, that actually chapter 1 is really an overview of all of the concepts that you need to build any program, no matter how complicated it is, because you did sequential statements, you did decisions, which are if then else statements, and you did a loop there. So those are things that you will use regardless of what programming language you're coding in. You will, no matter how difficult the program is, you will use a combination of those 3 tools, which are listed on page 35. Commands do things, branches decide things, and loops request things. Conditionals help you decide if something is true or false. And those are done with comparison operators, and most of you are familiar from mathematics with those type operators. I'm going to go ahead and open the book up here, and here's where I was just reading from. Commands do things, branches decide things, and this was covered on your little quiz you had. And some of you missed, most people missed this one multiple choice, and it came directly word for word from here. A named value is stored in a variable. So here are some of the Python tools, but they're not just Python tools. These comparison operators, this one, what you have to remember is one equal sign is just an assignment. It assigns whatever values on the right-hand side to the variable on the left-hand side. Whereas these are called comparison operators because they compare to expressions. And then these are just actually little pre-built functions in Python that allow you to do some things. And these functions are actually available in every language. So now it did have you do the test drive on a little program that it had you code. And there was a long exercise solution here. And I just want to make sure that everyone was able to find the files. Let me see here. I think it's here. Yeah, there they are. Where these chapter 1 files were. And you should have been able, I'm going to open this with idle, which is the interface that I'm using for Python. There is more than one, but this is the one that's pretty straightforward to use. So this is, should be, yeah, it's the last one version on page 33 of the little Python program that where you were supposed to rewrite the program that they gave you. Actually, you were working it kind of along the way, and it has a while loop in it here, which means that it's going to keep executing everything that's indented here until the print, until guess is not equal to secret. And so when guess is not equal to secret, then it will drop out and say game over. So if we run this, you'll notice that in the beginning, it's going to print welcome to the screen, and secret is equal to, I'm sorry, it doesn't, when it says, well, guess is not equal to, it means whatever the value of the variable secret is. And so secret up here is going to be given a random number. That's what this little function does. It says give a random integer between 1 and 10. And so this line of code simply imports that little function random int into this program. So if we run here, oops, I didn't mean to check it. Let's do it this way. Run module. And it says, welcome, guess the number. So I'm going to guess a 3. Too low, guess the number. Okay, so it's telling me that's too low, so let's guess a 6. Too low, so an 8. Too low, 9. Oh, must be a 10. You win, game over. But it took me several guesses. So you see how we have done the commands, which here just simply sets what's on this side of the equal sign to this variable. And then we have initialized this variable to 0, and that is done in most any language. Whenever you have a variable, you want to be sure and initialize it to a 0 so there's nothing in there to start with. And then it's got a while loop that's going to keep executing until guess is not equal to whatever the random number was. Okay, hopefully you were able to find that problem there. Also had, okay, so next we went on for this week. We went to chapter 2, and I'll be posting my lecture on chapter 2 from last semester. So if you hear me talk to students, that don't worry about it. But anyway, it has a program in it also where you are going through a string as if it were what's called an array. And this one we actually use later on also. And on page 49 are some bulleted points that you'll need to take a look at. Let's see if I can get there. There's 2, and there's 47, 48. There's the bulleted points. You can download the HTML of a web page as a textual string. And that's what this one does, is it actually takes this program that's in this chapter, actually takes an HTML page and downloads the code. A string is a sequence of characters. You can access individual characters in a string using an offset. And that's what they did in this particular chapter. So if there's any of it that you don't understand, I will post out there of a time that I'll come on tomorrow evening. I should be earlier tomorrow. I had something happen where I could not come on at 4 tonight. This being summer, I don't usually schedule online sessions, but I know it's such a short class. I want to give you all every opportunity to ask questions that I can. So in this chapter, which is what you will be working on this week, I'm going to post the lecture out there. And then also, let me see. Oh, let's see. Alex. Okay, I'm sorry I had to come in so late. I had things happen today where I couldn't get free until now. Did you get yours working?
Hello?
Yeah. Did you get yours working?
I'm sorry, you broke up.
Oh, I'm breaking up? Okay. I was wondering if you got your Python working.
Not yet, no. I haven't had a chance to get to my laptop.
Okay. Well, are you on a PC? A PC laptop, Windows? Boy, I don't know. I guess our connection. Windows. Okay, I do have a Surface Pro that I can open up, but what I demo with is on a Mac. That's what I was showing this last problem. But did you, okay, let me see. Did you go out to the Python site, let me go here. The one that you should be downloading is the version
link
3.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
The Python 3.2, I believe it is. Is that not the problem you're having?
First, I downloaded 3.4.2, and I was having the trouble with, and I need 3.4. And I downloaded that, and it's still giving me the same. It just looks like a DOS prompt.
Okay, did you okay, now whenever you go to run it, you should be running, opening idle. Not actually Python. Let me show you on here. I might have to get up my Surface Pro and see how it looks different. But here, am I cutting out for you too? Because you're cutting out real bad.
Yeah.
I'm cutting out too.
It comes and goes. It fluctuates.
I don't know. Our connection isn't very good tonight. I may have to text or something or log out and try it again. Okay, let's see. Let me go down to where idle is. Actually, I think it's in the Python. Here's Python 3.4. And see, when you downloaded it, you should have this folder, this called idle. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see.
Do you have that in
idle?
Okay, do you have that in your Python 3.4?
I believe so. So I should open it up in idle and not just click on the python.c file?
Right.
Okay, so that's the problem then.
Yeah, because when you open idle, it's the editor, and it gives you a full screen editor here to type in. And when you're finished, you run it like this to run the module. And when you set up Python, sometimes it'll do it in the Python shell. And all that is it does look like a DOS prompt. So you can go into, let me see if the preferences, where they're at. Right here under idle, under preferences. And you can tell it, let's see, under general, you see that? Can you see that? It says startup preferences at startup, open edit window. And that's what it's called. Otherwise, I think it defaults to the shell window, and that may be what's happening also.
Okay.
So try that and see if that's it. And if not, you can email me and let me know tomorrow, and we'll check something else. I'll try to come on again tomorrow evening. I don't think I have anything tomorrow evening. It's really tough in the summer. I know it's tough when you guys getting together. That's why with the online, I don't require it, but I'm trying to give you all as many options as I can so I can help you. But if you go ahead and get that, see if that works. I was going through some of chapter 2, but what I plan on doing is, I don't think I put the chapter 2 lecture from my online class that I did in the spring. So I'm going to try to edit that tonight and post it where you all be able to watch it. And then I started I went over some things before you logged in on chapter 1. Nobody was in here. I was just recording it, and a little bit on chapter 2 also. And showed you all. Have you downloaded like the all the files for the chapters?
What do you mean?
Well, like let's see, for the book, Let me find it.
I downloaded the ebook and I read through the first chapter and took the test already.
Okay. And there's exercises in chapter 1 that you don't have to turn in. It just helps you to see if your Python's working right, because it gives you all the code. And so let me see if I can.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about when I said I had problems. Since I couldn't open Python, I was just writing it by writing the code by hand.
Oh, okay. So here in chapter 1, did you download these files? It's called HF Prog Resources, and it has the code, and some of it works. This one works, and it's the code in there. So you'll be able to right click on it and say open with idle, like that.
Oh, okay.
Once you should be able to do that. And then chapter 2, I believe this one works too, which is the one that it has you code in chapter 2. And then I have y'all work on the project. So if I don't get on tomorrow night, I will before the weekend and make sure everybody's okay. But I think, let's see, let me look at Evernote again. I think I have, what day do I have to go over? Yeah, there was project 1 that I assigned. Where was that at? Right here. I told you to go into D2L and get that one. And then this is the second part of project 1, which is a phone bill problem, but it's not due until June 14th. So that's next week. And the reason I have it due then is because on the 15th, I'm going to come online and we're going to go over project 1.
Okay.
All right. And if it's at a time when students can't get on, then I will be recording it, because that project will be just like the hands-on test that you have to come in to take one of those 2 times.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, see what you can do with that, and just keep in touch.
Yeah, I will. Okay, so just go ahead and disregard that email about 4 o'clock tomorrow. Unless I have problems, then I'll go ahead and contact you.
Right. Right.
Okay.
And I did say, did I just get? I'll have to see if I sent that out to everyone that I would try and be on it for. But most, I think, needed a little later. I'm going to find out, but I'll post that on where I cover chapter 2 tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well,
Sounds good.
All right, Alex. Talk to you later then.
Thanks, Donna.
Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. If you're watching this video recording, I will go ahead and try to put that lecture on chapter 2, and hopefully what I showed Alex helped somebody to find those files that they need for chapter 1 and chapter 2. And if anyone needs me to come online tomorrow evening, I can do that. I'll have to put an email out to what's the correct time. So hope I will talk to you all later.